So it was about 4 months ago that I lost my bearded dragon, and initially I thought he might be around the house, and so I wasn't too immediate to check the yard and other such places. He's camped out in the house before. However, it appears that the door was at some point unlatched because we were in construction at the time, and he decided it would be a good idea to explore the outside world. Um, And by the time that I kind of figured this out, it was soon going to freeze over. So I searched around the property and still couldn't find him. And then it froze over, and I thought, well, he probably won't survive because I looked for information on the internet about their natural habitats, and most of the items on the internet were very unhelpful, such as don't keep your bearded dragon in below 80-degree weather. Can't really control the climate outside, but I did my best to care for him while he was in my care. I probably could have done a little better, but um, anyways, then, a short time ago, I actually found out from a friend that bearded dragons actually can survive outdoors. They burrow, or so she said. Um, and so it's warmed up a little bit, so he's probably not hibernating anymore. He might still be. It's still chilly out, but it's warm enough that maybe we could find him. And so that's what I'm hoping to do today. And if this video is posted, I found him. If it's not posted, well, I guess my system of finding bearded dragons does not work. So let's see if we can find him. So the first time he went outside, he actually didn't leave the porch. He was snuggled up in those two boxes, um, which are about 2 feet from the door. Um, but this time I have a feeling he might have gone further. So to start out with, we'll check his cage. It's been remodeled for it's being remodeled for leopard geckos. But of course, if we find him, we're gonna need to use it for its original intended purpose. So I'm just checking around little cracks and crevices. He probably is not going to be on the deck. I don't see how he could have gotten back up. He's not the most spry bearded dragon in the world. The wood pile would be a likely place. However, I doubt that he would have stayed on this property. So I'm not actually sure what the range of a bearded dragon is. However, I do know they are territorial, so he probably hasn't left the neighborhood. Yeah, we'll check down there. So we're just gonna start with a small sphere around our house and slowly get bigger and bigger. So during the day when they're trying to warm up, they'll most likely find a high perch like one of these logs. However, since it is colder right now, he's more likely to be snuggled up somewhere that wouldn't freeze as easily, that would hold ground temperature. So in bushes, under loose leaf. Mine doesn't have claws, so he probably didn't dig much. But if you see loose spots in the dirt, they may be in there. Can't really go in there and check for them. Check under trailers and things around wood piles like this. It's probably better to check when it's sunny, but that would be another few months before it started getting warm and sunny in the morning, where he would like to come out and bask in the early morning. Not too many spots he could have gotten in there. I'm just gonna check quickly. The nice thing about bearded dragons is that they don't actually travel very far, meaning that he's probably still fairly close to the house. They might travel bit by bit. If they get scared, they'll hang out in an area, but they aren't one to necessarily want to travel anywhere. So he's probably still, there's my house. He's probably still in the general area of my house, and it's less likely for us to find him while it's clouded like it is right now. However, well, we want to find him, and we're probably more likely to just stumble upon him when when it warms up and he's basking or something. So, but we're gonna keep looking just a little bit. In colder weather, I think it's more likely for him to be in a hiding spot than out and about. His metabolism would be very low, slow, cold, and so he's probably not. I'm probably actually too far already. He might be in that little hole in there. Ouch. But we never know, so we're just wandering around. And help is always a very useful thing when you're trying to find something. So it was a nice enough day. We decided to have this be our little walk. Where are you looking? In here.
I don't really see anything.
Are you wanting me to use a flashlight? Okay. One thing that is making me a little hopeful is this. This is a lemon, and naturally they grow really far, a lot further south in warmer, more humid climates. But because of this body of water, it generally maintains, the surrounding area generally maintains a more even temperature, at least up to the top of those hills. It doesn't freeze as often or as hard. So he might have a chance around here. I actually have no idea where that lemon came from. Probably came from pretty far, but probably still around the lake, so hopefully. So just planning ahead for finding him, I'm just kind of looking at the forecasted weather. Let me see if I can. Okay. So I thought it would be a good idea to take a look at the range of the bearded dragon and what temperature it normally gets to in its range. Down here, I think that the barrier reef goes all the way. What is it doing? I don't know why it's flashing black. But I think the barrier reef is, I'm going to use this orange recording dot to show you, is around here, which I think it both has a warm ocean current. Excuse me, can't talk right now. However, it's fairly warm, I think, all throughout Australia. But it seems like they also hang out down here a little bit and don't like too tropical. They invited us to their house. Actually, I'm gonna try it this way. This might be a bit better. So, it appears that the
lower parts of Australia. We're just going to look at that color real fast and compare it to the color of California. So it definitely seems like I think this is the Rockies here. So it definitely seems like this area is not suited for them. Along with kind of, well, they'll do better in Mexico, but it appears if you live about here, the average temperature is all right for them. However, winter temperatures in said areas drop pretty low. Um, so I think actually he would be okay over the winter in because we are in this area. Uh, I think we might be a little colder than his liking. However, like I said earlier, we are by a lake, so yeah, they don't. It really looks like they like to stay in this orange, uh, based on their temperature um, requirements. Which, well, it's orange right here. Um, but I guess he. It's. My question is he going to survive? Not necessarily. Is he going to build a summer home here? Um, because he is an indoor pet and he's going to stay indoors. So looks like it our average temperature is about appropriate for him. Um Good luck if you're watching this video and you live somewhere around here. Also, I guess probably should briefly go over this area cuz someone might have lost their bearded dragon in this area here. Um so yeah. Another thing I thought we should check on is the weather because bearded dragons they permeate during the winter like most lizards and snakes. In the spring around here, I actually see quite a few young lizards and older lizards hanging around, but I almost never see any lizard at all during the winter months. So I thought I would see. It looks like it is forecasted for the temperature to slowly rise. Um, and right now we are on Saturday, uh, January. So we're pretty much in the coldest month, one of the coldest months of the year, along with I think February is also pretty cold. But it's raining right now. And it was cloudy all day, so we really didn't get a chance to see him out basking, trying to look for a warm spot. If he was going to come out and bask and look for a warm spot, looks like we'll get a little more sun, and then it's back to rain. A little more sun, periods of sunshine. Periods of sunshine. That doesn't sound too good. Sunny, sunny. So it does get a little sunny, but there's off and on clouds. Yeah, so I guess we're just gonna have to hold out and see what the weather's like. Hopefully it'll clear up for us so we can find him. Uh, Pray that. So as you can see here, it starts to get warm in March and early April, which is good news for us. Because that's not too far away. However, I would like it if it is a number of months away. So this is um, that's 2 months away. However, I do have a problem with the fact that around uh, in June I may have to move to a different state, and that is slightly maybe July too, maybe probably more around July. I'll have to move to a different state, which means I need to find him during uh, this time frame, which doesn't seem like uh, too short of a time. However, it does make me kind of worried because he's probably not going to
be out around this, and we're almost done with this month. He's probably not going to be out this month and this month, um, which really narrows down my time to find him. And it's also a race against every other hungry animal out there. We have quite a few cats around. I don't know if they necessarily prey on bearded dragons, because bearded dragons tend to not move much, and that's normally what interests a cat, and especially if cats are well fed. But we do have raccoon and possum problems around here, so that is also a unfortunate thing working against us. So I pray to God that we can find him. So it's been about 2 days, and the sun has come out, and so now I'm checking good basking spots. These logs here provide a little bit higher of a spot that he might like to sit and bask in. So I'm just gonna look around for warm, sunny spots. It's not too warm, but it might just be warm enough that he likes to. He feels like going out and basking. So I decided to check a spot where raccoons have been known to bring their prizes, and thought, might as well check just in case. And I found bones. However, if you can see the length of those bones, those are a lot bigger than bones that you'd find on a bearded dragon. So, I think that might be some kind of arm. So, I'm gonna keep checking around here and see if I see anything suspicious of a bearded dragon. Hopefully not. Okay, so I just reviewed a few photos of him, and I was looking at the proportions of his legs, and this is his old tank that I made. Um, I was looking at the proportions of his legs, and thought that bone that we found, where is that bone? Right here, is actually pretty decent size. Not exactly, but it's a little too close for comfort. That could be a back leg. I'm not sure. Uh, and the bone that I previously showed you was also pretty similarly sized as well. So we are pardon me. I think I'm going to call it a quit on the search. I'll of course see if I can update this video if I actually do find him. But hopefully the tips and tricks that I used in this video will help you to find your lost pet before it is for raccoons do. I found this where raccoons were. So yeah. Good luck.